Hello, friends and family and friends. Welcome to the latest episode of Grover Takeover. I am MT Young Grover. Of course, I am the Grover. I'm so glad to see y'all back here again. Oh, I had a little bit of a debacle last week with my episode, and it was a self-made debacle because the simple fact that once I recorded the show, I realized it was real heavy and that the stuff I was talking about wasn't making me feel pleasant. By the end, I was kind of down in a dark hole of a space. So I decided to just go ahead and I was going to scrap the whole episode, but what I did is I turned it into a mini episode, which I will be posting along with this full episode. But this week, we're going to come back and we're going to do a new episode, back doing things that we all know that I like to talk about, as opposed to the heavy stuff. So before we do jump into that, I want to make sure that you remember to like, that I need for you to share, I need for you to comment. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure that you reach down there and you subscribe and then tap that notification bell so that you get all available content. Just like any other week, I've got a lot to talk about and a lot to cover, so I'm about to jump right in there. But prayers up for rapper DMX, Earl Simmons. DMX is in the hospital. He has been since Friday. He suffered a massive heart attack, which it gave him lots of issues. He is in a coma. He has been incapacitated ever since Friday. He is in a New York hospital. Of course, he's from New York. Today they were scheduled to do brain functioning tests because they're basically at the point where the family is trying to decide if the best thing for X is for him to remain on life support in the state that he is now, or if other action should be taken. That's all up to the family. All you can do is pray for them in that type of situation. He's 50 years old, not an old man, but he has had a long history of drug use. Now, the cause of the heart attack is unknown. His manager said that they don't know why he had the heart attack. It could be so with all the stories that are going on saying he overdosed and things like that, none of those things actually have come out to be true. It is just that the man suffered a heart attack. It could be that he had a bad heart from all those years of substance abuse. Who knows? That's not the important part. The important thing is to pray for him as a human being and for his family as a grieving family who is, know he has not passed away, but they're still grieving because they're sad because he's in the condition and the state that he's in. So now I'm going to skirt right along past that. Prayers up for DMX. We wish him all the best. There's only one person that knows what is best and what the outcome of this is going to be. It may not end up the way that we, the fans, and we, the family, want, but it's going to all end up for his good and for his benefit. Tamar Braxton is back in the news again, talking about David Adifiso, the ex-boyfriend. Because Tamar says that David cheated when they were together. Now, a little bit of backstory. If you have been hiding under a rock and you did not know that Tamar Braxton and her boyfriend broke up because he's a piece of crap, he's no good. She thought because he has a Harvard law degree and he's worth millions of dollars, that made any difference? Nope, he's still a nigga out there acting like a nigga, plenty of nigga behavior, and she's had to find out the hard way because he's good and crazy. But she now says that he was cheating with the assistant, who is now, she's gone from the assistant to somehow she's gotten a promotion to the CFO of his company. I bet we know a few ways she got that promotion. There was probably a little bit of exchange of bodily fluids involved, a few tricks, and I'm not talking about rabbits coming out of hats, that kind of stuff. But regardless, none of that is important. What is important is that Tamar has said that David was cheating. Now, of all the other crazy stuff that she has said about him, when she said this, all of a sudden, here comes David. David fights back. David has ordered a cease and desist on these horrific things that Tamar is saying because she's trying to slander his name and drag him through the mud. Well, David, You crawled through that mud all by yourself, and Tamar did not have to drag you anywhere. You're the one who decided to get with a public figure because you wanted to become a public figure. And then when you did not become a public figure, be clear, nobody knows who you are. Talking about some slandering of the name, nobody knows your name. They still don't know your name. Right now, before, you were Tamar Braxton's boyfriend. Now, you are Tamar Braxton's ex. Nowhere in there are you David, whatever, Adifiso. You're not David Adifiso, any of that. Nobody knew who you were before. He acts like he's some big celebrity that somebody knew who he was before he ever got with Tamar Braxton. And now she is dragging his name through the mud. She didn't have to drag your name. You dragged your own name when you did all that crazy stuff to her. When you tried to kill her that time, remember that time you tried to kill her and then called the police talking about she was unconscious and nobody knew why she was unconscious and all? You remember anything? We remember because we were paying attention. But I guess somehow, some way, you had forgotten all about that. We remember that, but we still don't remember your name. If somebody had asked me before I had to do, I research everything that I'm talking about on this show. Earlier today, you could have picked about 5 or 6 hours ago and said, hey, what was Tamar Braxton's ex-boyfriend's name? I wouldn't have been able to tell you. I only know now that it's David Adefiso because I had to research this before I sat here and talked about it. Either way, David, she didn't slander your name. Nobody knows your name. So let her slander if that's what she's going to be doing. Nobody knows who you are. Let me move on from that because I'm talking to y'all about somebody that you don't even know who he is. And you're probably bored with it. So let's go on to something else. I want to talk about Lil Boosie, excuse me, not Lil Boosie, Boosie Badass. Y'all, Boosie's got a whole celebrity look out there. Unfortunate things that he is not happy about it. He's got a little upset, he got a little salty because he was in the airport. And the lady ran up to him and screamed out, oh my God, it's Flavor Flav. And Boosie is not happy about it because he took immediately to social media to make sure that we knew and that we understood that he does not look like Flavor Flav. He don't look like no Flavor Flav. Okay, Flavor Flav's son, Flavor Flav's nephew, Flavor Flav's long lost way younger brother. Boosie, you look like Flavor Flav. I'm sorry. I don't care what the outcome of this is supposed to be. Doesn't matter. Because it doesn't matter what I say. You look like the man. I mean, it is what it is. Hey. When I edit this all together, right up here, you know, I'm gonna throw a picture. I'm gonna sling a picture right up here in this corner. And I'll do a little side by side. In fact, I might even give this full screen so you can get the full Monty of this. But I'm gonna give you a side by side. And I want y'all to tell me. Comment down there. Looking like, I don't know, let me just pick one. Michael B. Jordan or, I don't know, Idris Elba or somebody like that. And then they said you look like Flavor Flav. Okay, then you can get a little salty, be a little angry. I mean, you look like Flavor Flav's better dressed younger son, in my opinion. So I don't understand why you're mad. You're both dark skinned. You both wear a bunch of chains around your neck. You both wear crazy glasses all the time. You're both black. You know, because you're black, white people are gonna think you look like anyway. Somebody had a great idea. I was watching a talk show with Claudia Jordan. Her and her friends, they got up there and they said if they ever do a biopic, you know, make sure you play the man. But great point there. That right. You should pitch the idea, executive produce the whole movie, and then play Flavor Flav in the movie. Instead of being upset and salty about it, Flavor Flav found nothing wrong with it. Flavor Flav found it funny. He even made fun of Boosie by doing a reenactment of the video that Boosie posted he did a reenactment of it on his page, posting saying he don't look like Boosie, but he was saying it in a funny way. You know, he wasn't mad. You can tell he wasn't mad about it because Flavor Flav's a bigger celebrity than him. Even though it was, yeah, he was huge back in the 80s, but forget the 80s, he's had Flavor of Love. Boosie hadn't had no Boosie of Love. You know, no, he had multiple seasons of Flavor of Love. He had multiple women fighting over that. Whatever that is, they fought for it. And to win, and he was allegedly supposed to be the prize. Neither here nor there. Boosie doesn't have no reality show with nobody competing to be with him. So in the interim, what I'm really getting at is that Flavor Flav's the biggest celebrity. I feel like if somebody had said to Flavor Flav and thought he was Boosie, Flavor Flav should be offended. You being Boosie, I don't know. I don't think you need to be upset. I feel like you should just kind of let that one slide and just kind of laugh it off and move on from it because you look like Flavor Flav. And then he had on some, I'll put the pictures up there, show you. I really, really do hope that you guys enjoyed this week's episode of Grover Takeover. Yes, it's over. It's over. Either way, just remember that I need for you to like. I need for you to share. I need for you to comment. And if you're watching this on YouTube, do not forget that I need for you to subscribe. And then I need for you to click that notification bell so that you do not miss any of my available content. Always remember that I want for you to have a good day, have a good night, and have a good life. And stay tuned. Hang on. Hold on tight. And wait for next week's episode of Grover Takeover. I love you. You know I love you. You know I wasn't going to leave without saying that.